Welcome to Deckline episode 7. I'm your host, My Turn, and welcome to the Black Tiger edition of Deckline. Why would I put on eyeliner for this? Why? So this episode, we're going to be featuring the Black Tiger deck, going over a little bit of history on it, a little bit of its importance, and then who knows, maybe some videos. Stay tuned. Let's get into it. Yeah, I need to wear my glasses, so I might be pointing to the wrong parts. See? I need to use my glasses to look at stuff when we're not filming. Well, technically we're filming because you're obviously seeing this, but you get what I'm saying. So the Black Tiger deck was introduced over 10 years ago and features an inverted colorway that also originally did not have the red and white. The cards were one of the first sort of out there custom decks of cards, and at least for me growing up, I remember getting them at Disneyland. They were marked up really high, like $25 a deck in the Disneyland Magic Shop. The designer of the cards, his name is Michael Kelly, and Brad and Michael have a very interesting explanation written on their website as to how the Black Tiger deck was created. So let's get into that. Again, I need my glasses. Years ago, Kelly was engaged in an interesting email correspondence with a dethroned Nigerian king who needed an American cosigner to receive a wire transfer of $3.4 million US. Thinking it a hoax, Kelly emailed back his neighbor's mailing address. Then, one day, while Kelly was mowing his lawn, he saw a man wearing a large crown and the hide of an African lion walk up to his neighbor's house. "You're for real?" Kelly said. "I thought you were a hoax." "Bet you feel dumb now," the king said. "I'm taking me and my $3.4 million US to TGI Fridays." He did feel dumb. So dumb, he slapped his forehead so hard that he knocked himself out. His vision was messed up while recovering from the head trauma. He saw everything in negative colors, except for the color red. The rest is history. That's obviously BS. They actually do have an explanation of how the cards were created and found. Basically, Kelly explains how he inverted a photo of a fan deck on his cell phone, and he was inspired to make his deck then. He did it in Photoshop and had sent over Brad numerous times insisting that he makes the inverted deck, and I believe that. But if you go to the Black Deck book, which I never knew, so there's this thing called the Black Deck book. And the Black Deck book includes, here's what it includes: how to care for black cards, how to introduce your black deck, killer tricks with a killer deck, extra handling for black deck gaffs. This is 80 pages of top quality material. Click the image to download free now. Okay, so everyone, I'll leave the link below. You can download the Black Deck book for free. The reason why this deck is so important, truthfully speaking, I'm joking quite a bit, but the deck started the trend of custom decks that would inspire people like Dan and Dave Buck to create all of their numerous decks. JB of Theory 11, so on and so forth. And the list goes on, and how that affects us now is obvious. So without this corny looking ridiculous deck, we would have nothing. So I really do love it. It might not be everyone's favorite deck, but I think it's an awesome deck that has a lot of importance, and ultimately there's no taking that away. Next up, Bone Ho, demonstrating what he can do with a Black Tiger deck. So that was Bone's video. He's got some incredibly difficult moves and he's very nice. Next up, we have an interview with Mario Lopez, the magician. Now the reason I'm having a magician on the show is if you haven't seen what he can do with cigarettes, well, basically it is cardistry with cigarettes. Other than that too, he has such a unique perspective on how to handle objects that I think every cardist benefits from it. Let's get into it. We have guest Mario Lopez. Let's give him some air horns.
Hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Thank you so much, Mario, for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Big pleasure. Big pleasure.
So for those of you who don't know who Mario is, we're gonna play some videos. Mario is a magician from Spain. I'll let it speak for itself. So you just saw a few of his videos. You saw the Jacob's ladder. You saw some of the cigarette cardistry. And then we also showed some of the Cardistry that you did, your Cardistry entry. And additionally, one of your kind of fake flourishes that you came up with. I want you to kind of talk a little bit about the style and approach that you make for your videos and why whenever you hold something, you make whatever it is you're doing interesting.
I always think like, I always like to be the clown of the room, the clown of the place. So every time I try to take something with something important and take it to the floor and take it out all the important and make jokes about it. So I take some super nice move, but I try to make the joke with that. It's like kill the father. If I kill the father now, I can play freely inside this world. You know what I mean? So,
I've never heard that phrase, but I love it. Kill the father.
Yeah. If you kill the good ones, just in a creative way. If you kill the good one, now you have more space to say, okay, I'm here and now I can play here, you know.
What type of magic do you find interesting, and how do you think that informs the type of stuff that you bring to cardistry, flourishes, or just the way that you handle objects?
For me, my favorite kind of magic, the one that I like to do is the visual things, the magic that is talk along. I don't need to explain anything, just do it and people can understand what is going on there. I don't need to say explanation, yeah, because this is a symbolical thing. No, for me, because my face is not, I cannot be serious and say, look, when the moon comes, I take this card, and I cannot say this shit. So I prefer to play with the objects and play in a visual way. And my approach to cardistry is just to stole techniques. And at the beginning it's just, oh, I think there are so many interesting things here that I can use in my tricks. But when I start to see videos, at the beginning I don't feel that cardistry is like a huge thing, like a art form. At the beginning is like, okay, people like juggling with cards. But I met several guys like Noel or Aviv and I think, oh, that's serious. And now I have so much respect about that, but But at the beginning, it's just like, oh, I see that technique and I can use. I see one thing from a beep, use like this. I say, okay, I have a deck of cards, and just please say stop. And I can use this, and this is a stupid idea, but I don't know how a beep do it like this, and he take the card and finish like this. But I can use this idea, only pressing here, and I can like freezing concept. You know.
I see what you're saying though. You just take what you feel would accentuate your magic at the beginning.
Yeah. Just
then you started taking it a little more seriously and seeing it on its own, you're saying.
Yeah. And I try to make my own moves, but I have not good hands and I don't like to practice so much. Talking with you, you say the same, like it's so difficult to be the best one. But I never find to be the best one in any art form, but I want to be unique. Not the best, but I want to put the thing that only me can put there. So I just start looking and I say, oh, nobody do with cigarettes. So maybe I'm not the best one, but I can be unique doing something with cigarettes or with the jack of leather or with some little shit, no?
So that video for the cigarettes, it said a full video is coming soon. Is that true?
Yeah, I hope, but I need a camera guy because one thing that I learned from Cardistry is the video record is so important. In Magic, I can put like this and record something, and the camera can be static, and there are no problem. But Cardistry and video is so interconnect.
Absolutely.
So I need some friend with video ideas and move it. But I hope this is one project that is in my mind.
Let's leave them with one last final question, which is, what would you say to people creating new moves in cardistry? What would you give to them as a piece of advice?
There are like two phases in every artistic process or creative process. One of the phases is take everything that you can around the world, around your own world. Like if you like Rubik's cubes, if you like cooking, if you like anything that you like, you need to put inside you. And the second phase is who are you and what can you do it with all the things that is around you. And now, if cardistry is an art form, it's supposed that you can communicate your own world with cardistry. So how can you communicate your own feelings or your own ideas about the world with this? So you need to look out, and after that you need to look inside you and and try to put these things out. I don't know.
That is deep, very deep, Mario.
I'm sorry.
I love it, dude.
That's
amazing.
Cheers.
Amazing. No, amazing. Don't apologize. Let's thank our guest, Mario. Let's give him some air horns again. We're gonna give you some air horns. Thank you so much, Mario. Again, if you don't know Mario, go follow him at MARIO Lopez. Go check him out. Thank you again, Mario. Really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so the winner of the Leon playing cards is, drumroll, Jackson Carruthers. Send us a message with your address and we'll get those cards shipped out to you. That was episode 7. I'm your host, My Turn. Leave a comment below for a chance to win a deck of 2018 CardistryCon Hong Kong playing cards. Comment below if you like Black Tiger decks, yes or no, and why. Leave a comment below and be subscribed for a chance to win. Love you. Bye, Brad Christian.
In that motion, it was done. Let's do ninja.